This could be an interesting video today because I want to make some use out of some salvaged wire. That stuff there. And there must be about, I don't know, 300 or 400 feet of it, something like that. It came from the telephone lines, the old landline that the former owner had. And then when we got our fibre internet, the company came out, chopped this down, and I asked to keep it for some reason. Well, the first thing I did was I found an end, and then I stripped off what I could see, and it's actually two copper cores going through. So we've got all this wire here. So let's go indoors and I'll explain what I'm going to do. And what this is about was following a comment from M Innovations, who has a fantastic channel, and it was on a recent video. He put, I also noticed you have some power lines not too far away, which will also be grounded at the poles. Just for the fun of it, I'd try running a wire below the power line for 100 feet or so, 30 metres, and see what you can charge a capacitor up to with a bridge and ground. Might get shocking results. That'll be the idea, is to unravel this wire and then run it as a straight line at first, maybe coils later, and try two different lines. And it's only an experiment. I certainly would not advocate doing this. It's just an experiment and an interest. So what we've got is we've got that post over there with a transformer on it, and then those lines run to the house. So that'll only be about 240 volts, and it's about 15 feet up. I don't really think we can pick up anything off that. I wouldn't expect so. And then we've got from that post all the way along to a post over there, and that is also where I'll try to put the wire underneath. So let's get this stuff unravelled. Well, I tell you, my wife does enjoy doing this sort of thing. She sorted out many a clump of wire for me with experiments, but she's editing a video upstairs at the moment for her other channel. I think I'll start at this. I'll come back when we've got a length of wire, when I've sorted some of this out. See you in about a week's time probably. It turns out it wasn't too bad. There's two different lots of it. I don't know which is longest. This one though has these clip things on it. I don't know what these are, but yeah, so I think I'll try the other one simply because it hasn't got those clips on it. What we'll try first is this one that goes to the house. It will only be 240 volts and it is 15 foot up in the air, so I don't really expect anything, and that's why I think it should be tried first to prove me wrong. So I'll bring out the multimeter and the full wave bridge rectifier and put one of these lines underneath. Here we go. It is almost exactly two lengths, forward and backward. I'm going to straighten out this little bit, and then I'll attach the meter and the bridge rectifier, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so here's the setup. We've got the multimeter here. I've got a full wave bridge rectifier. It's just small signal diodes with a 47 microfarad capacitor on there. I've got those wires that come out that go to the meter, and I've grounded this one here. So we've got a ground coming in, and we've got the other one is the two bare wires from all this. So do we get anything? Well, that's minus 0.052 it's saying. It definitely does work, this full wave bridge rectifier. Sorry about the wind if there is any coming through. No, everything's... Oh, look at this. If I hold that, this shoots up. So I'm presumably virtually grounding the negative line. 0.248, can you make 0.25? Come on, 0.25, quarter of a volt. Oh my, this really is nothing. And what's with the minus as well? No, it can't even get to... There we go, yay, okay. Oh wow, okay, and then it just comes falling back down again. And if I run directly to the meter without the full wave bridge rectifier involved, 8 millivolts is all there is. That's the ground there going to the minus, and the positive would be coming in through this wire. So yeah, just 8 millivolts. 9 millivolts. Hoorah. Okay, next experiment. So what I've thought is, if I grab both of these lines now and I walk off, then I should be able to not get it all wound round itself, because the end of it will be at this pole here. So I'll come back in a moment when I've done that. There we are, directly underneath this line, running along, and it's before the transformer. What I've done for this first test is to connect both wires of the input to the full wave bridge rectifier to the 2 wires of the lead. Goes through there and out to the meter. So yeah, minus 25 millivolts. Not really picking up much, are we? So next I've taken one of the connections off and I've grounded that, and we're left with nothing. Oh, it's slowly going positive. I'll leave this and come back to it. Yeah, I'll come back in 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes later. Let's see what it says. Right, I turned the meter over because I didn't want the sun affecting the screen. But let's have a look. Oh, 0.43. Hey up. 0.428, but it's coming down, I think, because of the load on the meter. But 0.4 of a volt. I think I'll turn this off and I'll leave it another 15 minutes. And here we are, 15 minutes later. The wind has been really gusty today, but it's not like I can blow this experiment over. So let's have a look then, see if it's gone up any. Oh, hey up. Yeah, 0.658. Very, very interesting. Right, I've had another idea, but I'm going to leave this for a further half hour and see if it climbs up any more than that. It's interesting how the meter is dragging this down. So there's really not a lot coming in, but yeah, 0.65. Okay, I'll come back in 30 minutes. I've just come back out half an hour later, and I've seen these 2 turtles sunning themselves on that log in our little lake. Oh, very nice. Right, let's go and check the experiment. And so, let's see what it's on after a full hour. 0.583. But that does give me an idea, and I don't expect this to work because that's only a 47 UF capacitor there. But I've got an efficient Joule thief type of a circuit, at least I'm using this circuit as an efficient Joule thief. And it's got its own capacitor on there. But I want to see whether I can get at least a flash from this, and I may have to come back at night. But I'll connect up and see what happens. So what I've got now is I've got the negative connected up to the green lead of the circuit, and I'm going to connect, I'm going to tap, I expect, this white one onto the red and see if we get anything from this circuit. I'm going to put it right over here in case we get something. Connect it up. Let's see, hang on, there we go. And do we get anything at all? I don't even think so. I may try this later on, but I think the whole fact of the matter is, even with all that wire strung along there on the high voltage side, we're not able to do anything with it. There's absolutely no point, you know, trying to collect energy, at least with the method I'm using here, from a domestic supply, even on this high voltage side. But it was worth a go, and thanks very much Double M Innovations for the idea. We did get half a volt. Okay, well, if you like this kind of experimentation, please do consider subscribing if you would, and I'll see you next video.